Alrighty. A little bit of a great job doing there. As I, instead of going to the next scene, I actually hit stop streaming. So that's just. There we go, everybody. Welcome. Everyone is back, and hopefully, now my stream is going to be broken into 2 episodes. And then later on, people go, why is there a part 1 and a part 2 to chapter 8? What happened there? Stuffs. So anyways, we are back. People are alive. Rabbit is alive. And it also should be noted that as soon as time sped back up to normal for you, Wind, the cloak was back into your collar. You've got a bunch of buddies, and Alphonse is kind of still tapping out pieces of smoldered wood on his body.
I like how much health he has.
I am a bodyguard.
Me too.
I am a defensive armored war golem.
I'm just gonna sit in a meditative stance at the moment.
Everyone now kind of clusters and moves around. Around you guys, effectively. I'm just going to close up that little app thing. As everyone basically is recounting for those people that lost arrows. How many arrows were lost by you, Sheila?
6.
So roll a dice 6 plus 1. You can't get more than you launched. So you got 2 arrows back. The others were damaged. The ones that missed, you were able to find and put back in. Snow is starting to fall again on you guys, and the bodies.
If you want some healing, by the way.
Healing sounds like a great idea. Wind is looking really, really hurt. By the way, the javelin is still stuck in his chest.
And he's just sitting there chilling, meditating,
Okay, I'm just gonna quietly sneak up to him and just do a little cure wounds.
Do you take the spear out of his chest before you heal him?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Do I take it out or do I leave it in? I don't know.
Okay.
What do you do in this situation? Who's got some
Can I do a medicine?
Oh yes. Yeah, definitely with advantage. With advantage. I will give you an advantage on this roll because you understand.
Where's my medicine? There it is. I found it. I'm smart, guys. There we go.
If you heal him, the wound around the spear will heal, meaning when you pull the spear out, you'll be ripping it free, doing damage again. If you take it out before, it's not really going to do that much. It's not going to do any more damage because it's not a barbed spear. It's just a regular javelin tip. And then heal him is the right way to go.
Okay, then he's meditating.
It's probably the best time to do it if you think about it.
Just be like, hey, Wind, I'm gonna take this out now. It's gonna hurt real bad, but I'll fix it in a minute. And then just.
You got it. At that point, Harold is like amazing. He's like, you guys were amazing. Brilliant teamwork. Great job there, all of you. You did a good job.
Why do I have 2 cure wounds on my thingy? What is happening? I have 2 cure wounds on my spell list.
You might have dragged and dropped a little bit and fell in, and you just made a copy of the same spell. You can just remove one of them. It's all good.
Does that mean she can use it twice as much?
I'll remove that one. Oh, gosh. Okay, here I go. Let me fix this. I need to stop touching buttons. All right, where are you, Wind? Here you go. I pulled the thing out of your chest. My bad, sorry. Here's some healing. No, here's not some healing. Hold on. Here's some healing.
Spurt. Anytime now. Spurt.
So So that didn't ask me if I wanted to do it at second level. Does that mean I need to add the spell to my second level list?
No, if you said, did you cast it? Did you say yes or no to that when it asked?
It didn't ask me.
Oh, it didn't ask you? But you were casting it at second? Or
I just dragged it because it's the only one I have.
Oh, okay. But nothing popped up saying, did you want to cast it at a higher level?
It did not.
Okay. Effectively, it would give you an extra die if you did do it at a higher level, and I'd just say drop it onto him again, just for simple math in this case. But it would cost 1 second level slot if you did do that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do level.
Yep.
2.
Then just drop.
No.
Nope.
No.
With heal, since you're specifically using the spell heal,
Yeah.
you shouldn't
Look,
have heal. That's a
I have
level 6
cure wounds.
invocation.
I have cure wounds.
But yeah. How did heal?
Cure wounds.
Oh no, it just heals. No, it's not heal.
Right.
It just says heal. That it healed you. That's what it said.
Right. I know.
Yeah, I'm like, what? What are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. You'd use 1d8 for every spell slot above. It should have asked you. I don't know why it didn't.
I'm
So-
not sure. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to put a copy of the spell in my spell second level list.
Maybe.
No.
I'll look into that a little bit later. Well, we'll look into that a little bit later. But for now, just drop the healing dice on him a second time, and just tick off that you've used up one of the.
But that would add my spell casting ability modifier. Do I just need to roll a d8?
Oh yeah. Roll a d8 then. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
And switch the spell slot that it used. Because it should have taken off a 1 spell slot, or you should have noted that. Instead, use a second
Yeah.
spell slot.
Yeah, it
Shark.
doesn't automatically mark them off for me, so I do it manually.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop. Is that the
Yep.
spaceship?
Yep.
Okay. So spaceship, and then you'll have to add it yourself.
Oh, not
Oh.
the spaceship. No, it's just a. Oh yes, actually, spaceship's a die 10. It's not a spaceship. It's
Oh.
it's the triangle shaped spaceship
Okay.
next to it.
Next is spaceship.
Which rolled the exact
getting
same
bored.
thing.
The little spaceship, not the big one.
So yes, you have 4 more points added back to you. Or
Oh, look at your Sharky emotes, Blackheart. They're so cute.
I just saw them too.
After
love
Kavina heals me, I'm going to take the ring off
Yeah.
and hand it to her. I don't think I need this.
Okay.
You can
Gonna
actually
sit here for a minute.
if you go to the party inventory, you can drag the ring into the party inventory. It's almost like opening a trade window in an MMO. Sorry. And then again, Convena can quickly grab it from there. I think that's the way it can be done. If not, I
What did
just,
you do again?
just go back to the party.
If you have a dexterity saving throw and you fail, you can use your reaction to succeed 3 times a day.
Okay.
Well, maybe 3 times a day, depending on how much it recharges.
Yeah.
I'll put that on. That means I attune it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Actually, some things need attunement and some don't. I think that ring does.
That one does.
It says
Yeah.
require.
Like
yeah.
if you have a fire resistance or something, that usually doesn't. But I think because of that one, I think that does require attunement. It should say on the description if it does or not.
It does.
Yeah.
I am going to put it on. How many attune things can I have? Because I just want to write that
3.
in the notes.
And the nice thing is, the way attunement works, it's kind of, I hate to say it, a hidden mechanic to make sure you don't have the adventurer with the golf bag of magical weapons, right? Because in a short rest in between combat, you can change attunement as long as you're not cursed. So in other words, say you had a
Well,
sword.
what is that about being cursed?
So you
Who's
had a-
cursed here?
Say you had
There's
a
no one
sword
cursed here.
that required attunement, and you also had a bow that required attunement, and you knew you're going to go into melee combat. If as long as you've got the 10-15 minutes, you could reattune yourself to a different item. Or say you had some item that could allow you to breathe underwater that needed attunement, and you're going into an underwater environment. You could basically change your attunement in a 15-minute gap. So it's not set in stone, if that makes sense. So if you had all 3 slots attuned and you wanted to change it, you just need a 15-minute break to change your attunement to another item.
Okay.
Unless it's cursed, and then it's stuck on you until you get rid of the curse somehow.
What about stuff being cursed and stuck on you?
Yeah, that's
Not a problem anyone here has or anything.
Nexelbane didn't even get to do anything.
I know.
Nexelbane's like, no. He wasn't even
The
aware
short sword
combat was
mentioned-
going on.
Can I rename him there so he can have his name?
You could put it there if you wanted to, yeah. I couldn't do it at first because you would have found an unknown item called Nexelbane. I think that might be a special sword. Sorry, so...
I mean, I knew it was special. I just, didn't know in
You just
what
went really
way,
quiet
so
there, maybe because of the microphone or something? Siren?
I said I knew it was special. I just didn't know how.
Actually, yeah, your microphone just... Oh, never mind.
I would say it's fine for me.
It's me. I'm sorry.
Beep boop pop. What about my mic?
Oh, that is so... Have you used that yet? I love that. That's so...
I don't even know what it sounds like.
It sounds really cool, actually.
Beep boop pop robots.
Oh, that's awesome. Sorry. Just do an entire stream that way. Okay. So...
I would like to ask Alphonse if he's capable of healing himself.
Yes, I can, over time, like you, just heal like anyone else, but also your magics, due to the organic nature of some of my components, do work on me as well.
How are you? Are you pretty good?
Oh, I'm a little scorched, and I may smell a little bit of a campfire, but if you're okay with that, I should be okay in a day or so.
It's okay. I stole the bottle of Old Spice from Old Spice Man before he ran off with my rod.
Da-da-da-da.
Dun, 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 dun.
But it should be okay. And by the way, no one really saw what happened with the cloak there. Because literally, in the seconds it existed, it slowed down time, it seemed, or in your perception, and then it suddenly popped back into your collar, and that was it. It just popped, and it didn't come out any other time. Javelin coming to the chest, that might have been a nice time for it to do something, but it didn't. So there, you have given the ring over to Kavina, but you're not too sure how well you have control over this thing that's around your neck. Speaking of cursed items, too. Kavina, you're the only one without a cursed item yet. Let's correct for that. So, other than that, the bard is going on. He's reiterating your greatness, like literally. He's not doing it just to be a kiss up. He's just doing it because it's his career. As he's reiterating all the stuff you guys just did with your fire bolts and incinerating the guy's head.
After we're done, I want to request butt song.
Butt song, fine. But. It is catchy. Alphonse, it does have a catchy beat to it. Is that now going to be okay? We finished the battle! But.
Titties.
These guys do have an assortment of bits and pieces on them. I'm just going to throw in, there's nothing of note on them besides some of the damaged gear. Bows, arrows, you can get up to another 20 arrows if you want. You can refurbish what's missing from their bows. Plus, there's enough between them to get another 20 arrows if so wanted. Bosco is going to grab another... No, he's already got 40 arrows.
Like pretty shiny objects that might look good on me, make me look beautiful, feel pretty inside.
There are some gold coins.
I would like some gold coins.
And also there are some diamond bits as well.
Oh, I want some diamond bits. I think we should use them in the hot goblin mosaic.
Yes. Is it almost done? I've been working on it really hard.
It is almost done. It is pretty damn close. Like you could probably you could probably trade it, so that is the money. You got a beer fund though. By the way, there are the parts going to you guys automatically. Boom, you just got your money. But there's one gold piece, one silver piece, and one copper piece. 3 copper pieces that are in the beer fund money. So that could be a good little feast because they were odd numbers, so they just sit there right now. And if you'll notice, the bard did not get a cut of the money unless you guys feel like he deserves some money. Bosco,
let's throw him the beer fund. Can he have the beer fund?
He can have the beer fund, and he is quite appreciative of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Unless you guys object to that. Group decision. Is that good?
I'm just sitting there doing nothing, meditating, so.
Okay, cool. And of course, Alphonse Alphonse does not need any money from you. Of course, he's just doing his job.
No, Alphonse doesn't get money. I'm gonna buy him other shit.
Did we check the mage person too?
Yep. Okay. Whoa, you got a bag of you got some copper that's kind of wrapped in a little coil, like very thin copper that's wrapped in a coil around a crystal. You've also got some sheep's wool. You've got some bat guano.
Can I check that crystal copper wire thing out to see maybe what
these are all spell components for lightning bolt and fireball and stuff like that he's got on him.
I like lightning. Can I use the crystal with the copper wire?
You could make it into a little charm bracelet if you want. It's a spell component, but at the same time, it's still a nice quartz. It's like,
I would like to make it into a necklace.
Yep, it's a little quartz crystal and thin wound copper.
It looks very pretty. I think it's beautiful.
Write that down on your character sheet, and you can actually go ahead.
I put it on. Am I beautiful now?
It would be more of a choker because the copper isn't that long of a length. It would be like a little crystal choker.
I have 2 pairs of handcuffs.
and a crystal choker, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Crystal copper wire choker.
There you go. No real weight to it. It would actually have a value to it. You could actually probably get about 4 gold or something for that too. I mean,
4 gold?
If you wanted to sell it, And
no, I feel beautiful.
You also get stuff that is written in Goblin.
Ooh, we can't read that, can we?
Harold,
can you read it? Harold can read it.
I am quite. Yes, I can read that.
Would you please translate for us?
Oh! It seems to be from some great Khan who has now put a bounty of blood and honor on the death of. Oh, this is a very good description of. You wouldn't say Tabasky. A very good description of Wind, Bosco, Lily. These are very good descriptions of you, apparently. There's no money value, but there is a blood and an honorary title for the returning of the rod. And your heads, apparently.
So all we need is our heads, and we'll have some money.
And he's also noticed that he's letting his best chiefs and soldiers this first before he makes it a public bounty.
So do they know that we don't have that rod no more because motherfuckers
actually, you do? Remember you had 2 of them? Shh. This is the DM saying that. All right, so sorry. This is the DM saying that. So who'd you say that to then? I'm sorry.
According to the goblins, bitch stole my rod. The goblins don't know bitch stole my rod.
No, they don't.
But they still want your heads. And they want the rod. So if you don't have the rod, at least they got your heads.
Oh, coffee is ready. I will hear you.
Okay. Also, it should be noted that any casters in the group have been given information to do scrying on the. Basically, they've got enough information that they can scry on the rod.
What? What can I do to my rod?
Effectively, they won't be able to use clairvoyance or clairaudience, but if they were to do something like a locate spell, they've got enough information to try and do a locate spell on the rod.
But only the one I have on me now, right?
Well, there is a range to the location spell, so every time they're trying to do it, if they are not sure, if they haven't tracked, basically they have to track you guys first, and then when they start to get close, they can do a locate spell to try and pinpoint more accurately where you are. So
I knew this was the rod that was taken from me.
Exactly, if there just happened to be somebody in the kingdom that, but effectively they're tracking you guys, and then to pinpoint you, they'll use the rod through a locate.
Can I use this thing that they have to try to pinpoint my rod that seems to have wandered off with a certain someone?
You don't have the locate spell, and yeah.
Well, damn it! I want my rod.
being said, you guys can make camp here. Besides the healing that's done, if you wish to use all of your hit dice should be back. I think I'm really just talking to Wind here. Am I? At this basic? Yeah, you can. Also, the Bard will give you an extra die 6 as he will, he will do his little heroic kind of a thing. You get an extra die 6 to that. Only to the first one. It's only to the one roll that you get the extra 6.
Right. Okay. All right. I used more than half of my dice, but I'm good.
And as he just does sit around and he does his little heroic thing for you as you are able to burn some, get the extra die 6 as he goes for you. Do you open up a little bit more to him, Wind, now? He just asks a little
I don't think I'm talking to anyone tonight.
No.
I'm filtering all of the information I've gathered so far, and the near-death experience and the fireball that magically missed me, and the slow time. That was weird.
All right.
So are we resting or are we still moving?
That's a good question. Do you guys, I take it you don't want to stay where all these dead bodies are. You probably did move away from the area.
Right.
But do you make an early camp because of what's gone on? You could still push a few more hours before it gets too dark, or you can just make a camp.
I think we should rest early.
Oh, then should I? I mean, we can rest early, because if we don't, then I'm, more than halfway.
Oh, don't worry. This is more of a role play at this point, so it would have been the case you push on a little bit more, just make camp a little early.
Yeah, we would move a little bit farther, but...
So where do you place your Coleman chairs and Coleman tent? Sorry.
Do we have some cup noodles?
Cup of noodles.
Did we find some thunder and fire and ice?
Yep, just around the area. Just
Okay. I would like to go suck from those areas, and I would like to use my elemancy, and I would like to use 5 Phoenix Downs to enhance my spell, and I'm using all of them.
At this point, by the way, I didn't know about that. Side note, I did not. Dawn says, "Oh yeah, you can mix and match." Well, you can mix and match. I was just like, 99 into a file, and 99 of this into that.
Podcast on, and then you come across a thing that's immune to like most of them or something, and you're like, oh, maybe I should not have done all of them on all of my spells.
And at that point, Harold's just pausing, and a little menu comes up. What would you like him to cook for you tonight? All right, sorry.
Yes, that's it. I've come up with a new recipe. Oh my god, and Harold, please be Ignis. Oh my god, can you be our Ignis?
Alrighty.
So is Wind, as we're resting, is he just like meditating still?
Oh yeah, he looks pretty good though. He does after he's kind of focused and done his focusing his chi.
Okay. I would like to go up to him. I'm not going to say anything because he's not wanting to talk, but I would like to ask Pie for a cookie and just put it in his little meditating hands. I just want to...
I open the hand, say thank you.
You just walk away. Like, I won't talk to him. I'll leave him alone.
So we do have a watch system set up for the...
Yeah, I believe it's the same every time.
Yep. Order. Wind, you will not be doing your watch this night, though. Harold will take your spot as with Bosco.
But those two can't see in the dark.
Me and Siren can, because me and Siren are the ones that usually watch together, right?
Yeah. You can split it up?
Yeah, we'll split it up so that...
Yep, you got it.
We also have Alphonse who can...
I'm always available, remember that. I just need 4 hours, and even during those 4 hours, I'm aware of my surroundings.
Well, I mean, I assume that Alphonse is just...
He's the backup. He'll be ready for any of the
watch.
watches. Yeah.
He's just not...
Also, Siren, you're the one that found those little diamond pieces?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I please have them for my mosaic?
Actually, if you check your character sheet, some of them are actually on your character sheet now. Everyone got a cut of the diamonds. Now, they are actually worth money. Each one is...
But if I put them in the mosaic, that'll make the mosaic...
you want to know this for your base value of the mosaic. They are... Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. One diamond piece is worth 100 gold.
Like it's not diamond pieces; it's
Yeah.
diamond coins.
Yeah, but they're little. What they are little expensive gems, effectively, that are basically slim cut diamonds.
Yeah.
So they're easy to carry and all that. So yeah, they still got nice little facets and all that, but it's almost like, you know.
If they're tiny, are they tiny?
They are tiny, and they're basically used for large purchases without being weighed down with like a very expensive mosaic. Yes.
I really want to put them in my mosaic. I'm gonna put them in.
Well, if so, just make sure you
But I
don't
can
sell
remove
it for at least. You make sure you sell it for at least 100. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can remove them if I need to.
If there's
Well,
two,
I
we
mean,
still have
like,
to leave 200.
We can sell it for
Yeah.
like way more than that.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like
For at least 200. It has two.
it's Hot Goblin. He is like on every calendar. He's pretty hot stuff. Like you could just sell it with his name.
Yeah. That's the pose right there. And these are like his little glistening eyes. Sorry, guys.
Ah, boy. I love you guys, man. You're the best group ever. Alrighty. And we can just do that and close. Wind. You're awake.
I'm awake.
You're awake. You are
I'm
awake. Yep.
Hello, world. I'm awake.
Hello, Wind.
You notice the cloak is wrapped around you almost like a cocoon to protect you. Then you start to feel a slight vibration happening inside your sword.
What kind of cloak is this?
And my sword.
Yes.
Oh, that makes more sense that his rod is vibrating inside the cloak of. Shit. Wind, what did you get?
Oh, Miss
At that
Emily,
point, you
take
see the
it.
black cloak go white and match the snow around you.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna do a little test.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not gonna do anything because it's not far enough. But I'm gonna move in a circle, see if it vibrates more in any given direction.
All right, this is taking place during the first watch. So we're gonna say, all right. We didn't say who was taking which watch. We just said one of the ladies were in each. So even Kavina took the first watch. Odd, Lily took the first watch. Odd. So it's Lily. Lily,
Okay.
you and
Is my
Bosco.
rod doing anything?
Yeah, you and Bosco are sitting there, kind of, going on, and as you hear, Alphonse, because he's not gone to sleep yet, going, "I spy with my little eye something starting with the letter." Whew! Wind suddenly sits straight up, and you just notice he's got this awesome white cloak that he looks like he's got white snow on him, and then as you realize it's his cloak, kind of just resting on his shoulders. He just kind of is awake, and that kind of just shocks everyone. And Wind's going,
I'm jealous of how beautiful that cloak is, and I'm
W.
just staring him down like.
Wind, and he just goes, "I spy with my love something that starts with," and W. As he's suddenly up, the vibration starts, and then he starts walking around. Excuse me, is he sleepwalking? Is it safe to wake him? You just notice that by the way, guys, you haven't seen the cloak.
I'm also gonna go like this.
Okay. The cloak
Then I'm gonna be
has
like-
been retracted all this time. So now the cloak is out. And you notice on the inside, it's got this deep purpley black with a bunch of little speckles of stars. And on the outside of the cloak, it just looks like it's snow. And you literally see a bit of a twig or a bit of a stone that just seems to be on his shoulder or whatever. But literally, when he turns his back, he almost blends in with the snow and the terrain around him.
And I'm sleeping.
Like a chameleon.
Yeah, I figured that one.
Alrighty.
So it's my little science experiment.
Nope, it's maybe north a little bit. It's very vague, but it's starting to pick up now. It's starting to increase.
No, last time this vibrated, there was a spaceship.
You suddenly see a bit of a shooting star in the sky, guys.
Who's sleeping?
Oh,
Kavina's sleeping,
again.
and the bard is sleeping.
Lord.
Yep.
I'm gonna wake them up.
Okay. Boop, boop. Would you guys like to don your armor? Because
Uh-oh, what
effectively
happened?
only
There's a-
Bosco and Lily have their armor on.
Yeah.
You know
And-
what? I think I will don my armor.
You don't have armor, do you?
I know.
Sorry, it's like you're
I'm
the
gonna
only.
stretch. I'm gonna stretch.
He's
I'll
stretching.
put my-
I'm
At
gonna help
that
Kavita
point, you
stretch.
guys start to notice a little bit of a shooting star getting a bit bigger, and you're heading your way.
After if we have time to put on everybody's armor,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do.
I'm gonna suggest that we're at least in a clump of trees, correct?
Yeah, the trees are getting sparser because you're getting closer to the open clearing. That's going to be the foothills of the mountains, where you're going into more of the dales and the rolling hills. It's very pleasant in the spring.
I think we should hide, everyone.
Do we need to be sneaky?
First off, it doesn't get too big. It seems to stay. Basically, it gets bigger as it gets closer, and it looks like an egg-shaped object, no more than maybe 10 feet from the fat round bottom to the egg-like tip. And the rounder part is coming in, and there's a slight whistling sound kind of heard as it's coming down.
I have a question.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask if we need the sneaky spell, which is pass without a trace. Does that matter? I think
I
that
mean,
gives.
I
does that
don't.
help with sneak? I mean,
Um,
obviously it's gonna find you. You're vibrating.
Yeah, so that is your answer right there, Kavina. It might not work right now because whatever is happening, that spell
It's
might.
going to find our location. Whether
Yes.
or not it
No.
finds us is another question.
Do we discern how that was being tracked before? Did we discern if it was her that was tracking you, if it was a good or a bad? Actually, you know what, Alphonse, what do you know about this tracking thing?
What tracking thing?
What was the vessel you were on? Were they able to track the ranger?
I wouldn't know. I basically came to when the vessel met its unfortunate end.
Okay.
I assume we're all whispering this from our hiding spots, correct?
No, we're having a casual conversation. Yes. Can we go hide
we're
now?
Just like in here, like, you know.
Well, he's
Right.
probably crouched close to her, so she can have this conversation. You guys might actually not be privy to it, but no, please expand. I'm not too familiar. Tracking does exist through magical means, locate spells, through objects and devices. And
Is there a way to block it?
oh yes, you can hide a magic aura. There are certain prevention of scrying. You can actually get
Can we do this right now to the Sword of Wind?
his sword. Oh, you mean that ranger weapon?
I'm going to sneak up behind him and poke him in the back with the vibrating thing.
Oh, hello. Sorry.
Alphonse. Later, child.
If
No,
that-
you don't need to build a tent.
He does ask? Is that the weapon of a ranger? One of the Star Rangers.
Sure.
Fine, Star Ranger.
Judge, jury, and executioner, and protector of those in the galaxy.
You know, so far, yes, that seems exactly what I am, just not in the stars. Just saying.
Well, for anyone to reach them, and they do not fear hiding, they've got a public ability to be tracked. Usually in their armor, their shield, the crest is one, but it seems that your sword also has some sort of in it as well. But normally it's their shield or their
I
badge.
think my father would have warned me about this. Maybe.
I can't speak for your father, but maybe he did not realize the implications, or if this is not a council world, he would have never thought it would have happened. There is a limited range. Oh my gosh. That means there'd be individuals in council space which would be illegal. I don't think they would be decent folk to track you. At that point,
Yeah,
there's an
that's why we
impact
have to
sound as
cover
that
it up.
egg-shaped thing smashes into the ground.
Yeah, I don't think it's good guys in that egg ship thing.
Well, it's not really a ship. It's literally like a 10-foot egg type thing that's kind
So
of...
it's like,
No, it's
is
Drop
it kind
pod.
of like the
the
tombs?
Sorry?
The cryo tombs.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's a fucking Saiyan. Kakarot. Kakarot just came, guys. Our savior is here. Or it's Vegeta. I'll take either one. I prefer Vegeta.
All right, there is no eyes on the crater, but basically there is a warm glow in the area where it went down.
How far, give or take?
And there wasn't an explosion, and it was almost more of a dull woof when it landed. It wasn't like kind of a like the last thing that crashed down. You heard it. This thing kind of came down and it didn't make more than a heavy. You probably
You know
felt.
what? I'm just gonna go.
Don't tell me we're
What?
not going shoe shopping
I'm
tonight.
just gonna go.
What you mean? Just go.
I'm gonna go while they follow me sneaking.
You're gonna go
Because
to the crash
track-
site.
Yeah, because if he can track me,
Yep.
then there's no point in running away, and there's no point in me hiding.
Okay. So he's boldly heading towards the crater.
And I'm gonna wave you guys to follow me, sneaky like.
Sneaky like.
At that point, you just see Alphonse.
Alphonse, you can come with me
All right,
because when you're with me, you're protecting.
Pat.
Lily.
Pat. He's got his mace now. He's just doing the pat. He's doing like the. He's mimicking the hobgoblins.
Oh, he's so cute.
And he's
Aw.
he's now walking up with you, Wind.
Like good Alphonse.
I assume you're not like running to where we came.
No, I'm walking at a pace where all of y'all can keep up with me.
Okay, so we're being sneaky, right?
Yes, you are.
Do I need to roll for that, or are we just assuming I'm able to sneak?
No, guys. I would like you guys to roll for me, both Kavina and Lily.
Stealth?
We can leave Bosco and what's his face?
I'm gonna do. I'll do Bosco, and the bard will be falling back a little bit.
Right? Kavina?
I'm gone. You can't see me.
Oh, natural
Are you
20.
John Cena.
It's gone.
Gone.
You do the little sneak symbol, and I'm just like, whew.
It's like in Skyrim when you crouch down and then you're just in shadows.
Alrighty.
Oh, where did he go? Who's hurting me? Ow.
Okay, now that, yeah.
I guess he's run off.
Something over 7 feet tall emerges from the crater.
Oh, no, he's another Alphonse. He's a bad Alphonse.
I'm
maybe.
gonna whisper to Alphonse real quick if he could give me a rundown on this thing.
Oh dear, it's a seeker.
Seeker bad?
So the question is,
At this point, the green gem in his chest starts to glow, and then the green runes on the gauntlets start to light up, and there's this kind of a low hum that's starting to build up off of him. He is usually a military-grade hunter-seeker, usually for assassination or killing missions, not usually for negotiation or returning alive.
Oh, we can't have another friend. Alphonse, can we take him? What's his weaknesses?
He's armored. He's tough. He looks like he might have an acid-based crystal in his system, meaning his attacks most likely would be acid-based blasts.
I thought you said ass. I was like, okay.
avoid getting hit then, because I'm sure you have some metal components.
Give it a waffle.
Waffle?
See, it was in chat. Give it a waffle. What?
You know what? I'm gonna say something weird,
All right.
and you can tell me if I can't say that. That's fine.
All right.
I'm gonna try this. State your name and designation.
Give me a second there, guys. I just there we go. State your name and your designation. Alrighty.
Designation 7 of 9.
That's funny. Sorry.
Therefore, you will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
It's too bad we don't have a card.
Bard dude, can you play flute, talk in an accent, and prefer your Earl Grey tea hot?
At this point, yep. Okay, so how far? Like, you aren't in shouting distance. You can see this guy a good distance away. He's emerging from the crater. He is lighting up. You got the information. Lily, you're hiding, but
I'm hiding so hard.
you're not. The reason you're probably not hiding as hard. Well, you're still hiding pretty damn good to the average person. with that roll. It's still pretty good. But you're also talking to Alphonse a little bit, and he's like, I thought you were supposed to be hiding.
Actually, I said it loud enough that they could hear it
Oh.
and he could respond. So
I got you. Well, I'm right here. I know.
If she was intelligent, she didn't. Just saying.
Alrighty. So yes, you say it out loud. So that's what you said. You said it loud. Okay. At this point, you just see that its maneuver is getting up, and as you start talking, its head does turn towards you as his chest opens up a bit, and that little gem in the middle flies out of his chest and then just starts to hover at the side of his head. Oh, that's his seeker drone.
Part of the dude?
He usually sends that out to seek his targets.
Right. Can that thing be killed?
Yeah, anything could be killed. Are we engaging in combat at this point? Maybe he's not looking for us. Maybe he's here to hunt a bounty and he just wanted to look up the nearest Star Ranger to help him with that task.
Alphonse?
Yes.
No. I'm pretty sure he's here to harm us. But thank you for the optimism. It made me feel good inside.
Do I recognize the symbol on his
Crotch?
Yeah.
Crotch? No.
His loincloth?
Nope.
Does Alphonse?
He's not too sure, but he does believe it could be some sort of criminal organization.
Oh,
It doesn't
good.
seem to be one of the legal
He's not here to be
consortiums.
friends. He's definitely here to fuck us up. There's no way to run. We can't disable your his
vibration starts again as you see 2 more little balls, sparks fly in the night sky.
Oh god, there's an army of these fuckers.
I should also state that the Seekers usually work in groups and they are linked telepathically.
So what you're saying is we should take this one out before more get here.
If that would be the case, yes.
Because I don't imagine we can actually run from these.
Technically, they have the same land speed as us. You are the one that wanted to approach it head on. And I'm here to protect you if need be, sir.
That's because they're tracking me.
I would like to
just wanted
state
to
that
go
they also
shoot
might be considered illegally acting on this land, if my belief in it is.
Well,
As if that's going to do anything, but they're acting illegally if they are here.
So, Alphonse, can you call the space police? Put in a report to 911?
Oh, I would. He kind of looks over to Wind. Never mind.
Okay.
I think I am the space police right now.
The space police.
Let's
Well,
see here. Hold on a second.
Beep boop up. Hello, Wind. We have a situation.
I am proceeding.
You got it.
Oh God, what are you doing?
I'm being a cop apparently.
Okay,
Excuse me,
I'm
here.
the cop, the bad cop.
All right. At this point, you notice the little green thing just kind of comes to life. You are now within you're within 300 feet of this range of the person. And the little thing that's floating around just kind of lights up. Kind of.
Maybe your dad was a
flashes
bad
away.
guy and you're the leader of these people. I'm being optimistic.
Except the crest doesn't match.
Shh, I'm just trying to make myself feel better.
At this point, the bard has not said anything. He's just been sneaking the best he can, and he's actually further back. So besides the loud shouts that Wind has done, he hasn't heard anything of what's going on.
So he doesn't know we about to get like our asses handed to us by a bunch of like ass.
Off in the distance, the 2 other eggs kind of smack down into the ground. They seem
How
to be.
far, give or take?
I was saying,
Oh, they're over a couple thousand feet away at least.
Okay.
So they and that's close. You know what I mean? It's like
which direction? Like, was it farther ahead?
he would
behind us?
it would be more of a vanguard if that makes any sense. His came down closest, and then the other 2 are behind him a good 1,000 feet off in side
back
directions. Yeah, so it's like a V shape. Like 2 others have gone off behind him, almost like a triangulation type of launch.
Okay, since they're telepathically linked,
Hmm.
I'm going to suggest to the party that unless me and Alphonse need your help, try not to let yourselves be known so that if we have to fight the other ones, they won't know that you guys are with me. Because I'm not giving up my sword.
Roger.
So stay sneaky, because I don't have anything to make me not sneaky.
Right.
I might want to
But Suela,
rehide.
though, you should just open up when we start attacking.
Fasuela's with you guys. She has no self-control.
Initiative rolls, guys.
Taking a short rest.
Initiative rolls.
Because Sheila is hiding so well.
Oh my god! I just saw what you roll for your initiative.
By hiding.
I just realized that here's me doing these improvised initiatives, and if I just click on the combat, the computers already got their initiatives for all my other NPCs. Oh, I love this system. This. There we go. Everyone's got their initiative rolled now. That is so awesome. Okay. So, Wind, guess what? Apparently, you.
Alfonso get any healing?
Oh, Alfonso. Oh, yes, he would have been able.
We slept half a night.
Yes. 10. Yeah, he's back to
Almost full health.
Alrighty.
We don't have any protect against acid, do we?
Do we have a map?
Don't have a proper map for this, but I couldn't actually in a second. Yeah, I'll give you something for terrain. Token. There we go. Battle map number 1. Let's share that with you.
While you are doing the battle map, I have a question.
Oh, it's already done. That's how fast it is. No, okay, yeah. Go on.
But it's still voting for me. But the question is, so I still had the little communication stone from
Yes, you do.
Buttface. That did not
Nope.
it hasn't done anything, right?
No, it hasn't.
Okay.
And you also have that little other stone that
That we took from the bro dude.
yeah. Well, he dropped both those types.
We threw the one that could be tracked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did get rid of that one that could be tracked. You do.
Yeah,
You
after
know,
I
I think-
screamed into it my discontent with him stealing my rod.
We have the 2 that can only make a call once.
Correct. One that was on Frank or Fred, and then the other. All right, guys. I don't.
Fred, who has the other one?
No, Fred was in communications with somebody. I'm putting everybody on the map in that general area, and I'm going to put him further back because he was a bit of a distance away. But I'm going to make sure you guys are not locked. I'm unlocking the tokens, but I'm going to draw a box upon which you can place yourselves on this map, okay? You follow what I'm saying? Effectively, whoa, that's not what I wanted, but I will.
How do you get yours to do that? Mine won't roll.
You have to
There it
mouse over it.
goes. I did it. Wait, it won't keep rolling. I broke
This is
me.
to indicate that Wind is being as obvious as possible to make sure that he notices me and no one else.
All right, so guys, within this box, you can place your tokens. I haven't got everyone's token there. He's got that. Dog. You should be able to move Dog as well. Feel free to place him, Lily.
Lag on that.
So,
Oh,
your tokens are there, but feel free to place yourselves anywhere within that little starting box.
I am hiding up in this bush. Well, actually, where's Kavina going?
I'm gonna be hiding in this tree, like as close as I can to this tree.
You got it.
Well, I'll hide.
I can actually slide you to that tree if you give me a climbing athletics roll.
I don't necessarily want to be in the tree.
Okay.
I just want to be super stealthy behind it.
You got it. So far, you've had no need to re-roll those stealth rolls. Alrighty. Bosco is also closer because that is the bigger of the two tree options. But he's going to put himself kind of just over on this side a little bit more, ready to move to the other tree if he can. The bard is also kind of close to that tree.
Am I the only one in this tree bush over here?
So I don't mess it up.
Why does
Well,
everyone
that tree isn't big enough to...
Lily is only really big enough for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's not
I
that...
have actually taken branches off of the tree and have fashioned a hat and mask, and I am effectively part of the
really
bush. I
want...
have become one with the bush. We have communed together, and I have become one with the bush.
Oh, by the way, at some point, your cloak rolled back up into your neck thing again.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like the opposite of a hard-on. It's like your balls shriveling up when he saw that dude drop.
Oh, again, guys, that's Siren. If you haven't watched her stream yet, please make sure you follow her. She's fun in stream. Okay, so let me just delete that little thing. Now we got that idea. And yeah, guess what? Face Swallow is going to be in that tree. They're going to be spreading out once initiative goes, as you guys are going.
I am a little black rain cloud hovering in the bush tree.
So, that being said, let us start our delicious initiative. Ding.
Delicious initiative. Why is it delicious? Are we eating it?
Yes, we're eating the
I'm
initiative.
so scared. Guys, we're gonna die, so I'd like to just say right now how much I love you guys. And how fun this has been.
How far can Alphonse move?
He can do 30 or 60. Like, he could do a 60 if he's moving up with you.
All right, let's do 60.
You got it? Oh, I'm going to lock your tokens now so you can actually see your distance mover. There we go. Over a little bit more. There we go. Now everyone can see. All right. And Facesuella. Alrighty. She is continuing her sneak. And
now, Facesuella is going with them, right?
Facesuella's going to that tree. She's kind of done a quick stealthily move using the tree between her and the moving target. And she readies her bow to attack. He said, don't give away the position. Facesuella readies a shot in case wind calls for assistance. So if...
No. Facesuella is supposed to join us.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Oh.
Everyone else is supposed to maintain
cover
cover unless...
Oh, okay.
Here with me, but she's supposed to join the fight. But I want to try and keep as much as...
Oh, okay. So she's still going to do that. She's readying a shot to react.
Right. So because I want as much as the party to be secret as possible, since Alphonse told us he is telepathically linked to the other ones.
Yep.
I don't need them to know all the secrets up our sleeves unless they have to.
Ooh. All right. Its move. Ding. I can remove the question marks now since Alphonse kind of told you it's a seeker. Little green sphere just kind of floats. Just floats there. Then it just seems to glow green, and then Facesuella, not really her attack was, she's not focused on the freaking scout, she's focused on the guy. A little bolt shoots out and misses. Bolt of green energy goes flying from that little scout, and you just hear a sizzling sound as it kind of smacks down in the snow. At this point, you notice that one of the gauntlets is being raised up, and that is when Facesuela fires. Wind, were you holding any action?
No, I don't.
Oh, you didn't. You realized your move. Throom shoots. Her arrow kind of hits into it, doesn't stick into his body, does some damage, but falls to the ground. Oh, you fucking shit. 1 on a 1 on a 1. Her bowstring's gone.
Technically, she has advantage.
That's true. Oh, that is true. I keep forgetting that. Damn it, the advantage is so easy. And still a miss, though. But her bow is
fine,
still
as long as her bow doesn't break again.
Yep, that would, again, it wouldn't be the first time. All right, Lily. Oh, wait, no, sorry, his blast. Sorry, he's still doing his... He raises his gauntlet up, and a jolt of green energy shoots out at Wind. A sizzling snap hits you. And just a burning sensation. From the bolt. Lily, he did tell you to hold back or not be, you basically don't give away the ace, so what do you wish to do? Oh, you're muted. Or have I?
The other two vanguards are behind him.
Behind him, yeah,
Correct.
off map.
Way behind
Way
him.
behind him, yeah.
They're not even included in this fight.
No, they're not.
Okay. I'm going to stay my place, but I am going to am I hidden pretty damn good? Did we reroll stealth?
You did. This is your 17 that you had earlier. That's still being used. You could,
Okay.
if you want to, try to do another stealth roll and embed yourself better to your position if you want.
Oh, I might fuck that up.
You might,
be
but you
honest.
might not, because you got you got bonuses in that. That's one of your bases.
I am gonna hold an action, and that would be if any of those things spot us and or Wind tells us to attack, I'm going to hold a magic, and it's gonna be my it's not gonna be fire this time. It's gonna be my ice frost one.
You got it.
So that's a thing. Also, I think I am going to re-roll to hide a little better. I think he's far enough off. If I do fuck up, it's not like he's going to be like, you there!
Yeah.
So I'd rather get my ass hidden now.
Natural 20. Wow.
Oh, fucking God.
You know that hat of branches you were talking about? It's got
pretty
a bird's nest in it, okay? And the bird doesn't even know you're there. All right?
The bird does not know it's not living in a tree. Very nice.
Dun, 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 dun. And, well, that's all he's done is he sees you get shot, and he's like, I think it is time for me to kick some globular stared at areas around your rectum.
What did you just say?
Alrighty, and Harold the Bard is kind of staying there. He's not going to... Maybe I should pull out the ukulele for this one. Bling, 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 bling.
Somebody shut the Bard up right now.
Like
The
to
Bard's
give
not
him
doing
the
anything.
death stare. I would say I would like to give him the death stare if he even attempts to move.
The Bard is holding his action to help out the people closest to him if need be. Because he can do a whispering healing word. If he needs to. Bosco.
That's too quiet for Kavina to hear, but loud enough to heal her if needed.
And Bosco stays ready. Action. He's got his bow ready. Seeing Kavina.
Okay, I don't want to mess up my stealth.
Oh no,
I'm
you're
like,
doing
do
pretty
not
damn
know
good.
where I am. So I'm just gonna like get my arrow and have like my bow ready just in case I need it. But I'm not going to actually move.
You got it.
Okay.
But I do believe you're the last initiative, so wind. Da 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 da.
I have a question. If I hold my action, then it's till my next turn, right?
Correct. Well,
Correct.
yeah.
Your action is held until your initiative comes up again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to use my cat bullshit
Alrighty.
to avoid the green floaty thing.
You got it.
And in case I need Siren to attack and she fucks up with her stealth, I'm going to get right up in his face.
No problem.
I'm going to do a little bit of this. Shit.
Fumble.
Shit.
So you schnicked.
Shit.
I will let you know, though, you popped the blade. It's a 1-on-1. We're okay with that. It's the 6 that's bad, apparently.
Okay.
But I will let you know, you're holding the blade. In the chaos, you got your blade up, you went, and this is the first time that schnick, you know the samurai style of having the blade go down your arm? You're holding it so the blade's pointing backwards. Even though you were intending the blade to pop forwards, it has that samurai look of shink, so you got the undercut ready. Do you know what I mean? It's like
so far it doesn't look like I fucked up.
no, we're just gonna go for this because effectively you're pointing it in the wrong direction, and since you didn't roll a 6, it didn't shoot into your arm, but effectively shink, it's aha slice. I meant to do that. Yep, totally. But that is your thing there. At this point, as you, basically it pops out, you go like that, you just see this thing, its head snaps immediately to like it tracked you as you were moving, and then as your blade popped out, you just see its eyes were just like spinning and twisting and turning as if studying your every action, and then as soon as you went to pull your blade out, you just saw his body very agile, like curved, like his spine turned, his shoulders turned a little bit to totally avoid your attack.
All right. And
Upon seeing this, I have piddled in my pants just a wee bit. I'm hidden so well, the birds don't even smell it.
You hit! Clink. You hit it.
and I will go into agile parry.
No problem. Alrighty. Alright, Facesuela. Well, yep, she's continuing. She's already hit the guy once. Boom. Shot goes wide. Oh, well, guess what, guys? Good old Facesuela. With her +6 to hit, she's back in the game of missing again. But. I see the post. But.
I would also like to silently facepalm. Just behind the tree.
Oh. Wind. You see your opponent. His foot stance changes. One foot pointed forward, the other one goes sideways and pushes back like a martial arts style. And palm strike comes smashing down at you as his first attack.
He face palmed for you.
19 hits with your parry, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Boom! Basically, you feel him smash, hits into your sternum, and it just causes your lungs to just kind of a ripple as you feel several hundred pounds of pressure just smash into your chest with his attack. Then he goes like that, and he fires point blank with his blast.
So he's doing a ranged attack in combat.
Yep.
combat.
Yep. Misses. So basically, he slams you in the chest, and as he pulls his hand back, it fires, but it just goes right over your, like, just over your shoulder, right past you. Lily.
We like to call that a face swallow. He face swallowed him. I am going to continue to hide where I'm at with the hiddenness that I have because I cannot do better than that. And I am going
No, you don't understand. Right now, you could probably move at half your speed and take the entire tree with you.
Okay,
No, I'm kidding.
Like
I
the
would
box
like
in
to
Metal
move
Gear Solid.
Toward 5 feet.
No. But so far, nothing, like your previous requirement, nothing triggered. So your held action is gone, and now are
Same
you?
action, same triggers.
You got it triggered. Oh, sorry. One other thing I forgot. Little orb is just coming down that way, and
So it's going towards it's going towards my buddy.
yeah.
Oh, if that orb fucks up my buddy, I swear to God.
Bump, bump, bump. All right. You just see him kind of pause, gets the mace, stands on plate, and swings. Bada, 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 bada. It's the same. Not a natural 20, but he does hit. All right, you see him smack that gem. That gem just kind of shudders, and you almost see a little bit of a crack show up on the gem, but then that crack suddenly disappears, and you see the other guy kind of just jolts a little bit.
So he feels when we attack that. Also, I do like a little yes, but I'm hidden so well nobody notices. The birds are very happy right now. They're sleeping.
And, well, he's that cool that he strikes again. And he hits. Smashing more damage. Basically, you see the thing kind of shudders in place, and then it just has a little bit of a green ripple. And then back on the other guy, he kind of just shudders at that hit.
I'm currently making a mental note to buy some bitchin' ass shit for Alphonse.
There's a slight humming from Harold, but nothing else. Bosco is doing...
Humming. No humming.
This is painful.
Like, if he blows my cover because he's humming.
None of your triggers went off.
You blow your cover.
But he's near me. They came to my party tree.
Came to your party tree. That's true.
Is there can I add an extra held action that if the humming becomes loud enough to blow our cover?
You don't hear the humming at all. So no. So Bosco is doing the same hold. Kavina, same with you as well.
I'm gonna squint in the direction of Harold, and then I'm gonna continue to hold my bow and my arrow ready.
You got it. And big wind. By the way, there's no leaking of blood or anything like that. You just notice that there is slight damage and discolor, like some dents and some damage done to his body. Though they do look kind of like he does look beaten up a bit. He avoids. Again. But as he goes to avoid the one, you've seen him act once. So basically, you almost kind of psyched him out. You went for the one, he went to avoid that, then you spun around and hit, or roll damage. Whew, that one does connect. And you see a buckling of some of the wood and metal, and also you see a bit of a scorch mark from the fire that cuts into him.
I'm going to use a key point for flurry of blows.
You got it. At that point, he's being stunned by your one hit that your flurry of blows. Are we looking like at your free hand and a kick type of thing as well?
Right.
You got it. You critically smash, doing more buckling of damage. You got it. More, basically, a flurry of blows. You're smashing into him. Bits and pieces are falling into the snow.
And I'm going to go into Agile Parry.
Agile Parry? You got it. Oh, you know, I'm showing. You can see my dice rolls. Right? You see the dice rolls.
Can I roll for Swisswayla, please?
Hey!
Yay!
Yay, Fisuela! Kill him! Almost. Arrow kind of just smashes in. He's still standing. Alrighty. This little thing disengages and just goes flying right into his chest. He just literally, it comes flying back into the chest, just closes up, and you just see him kind of just glare at you, and then his eyes, the glow from his mouth, the glow in his gauntlets, the glow in his chest, all intensify. As he explodes. Your cloak did not kick in. You failed. As a huge blast of acid just sizzles out from him, and chunks of shrapnel and all that kind of just smack into him as he blows up.
All right.
Now it goes quiet. Harold wants to... And it's all quiet, guys. Dog comes...
to step out of the pool of acid.
Oh, okay. No
Go back
problem.
into a meditative state.
By the way, your fur is burning and sizzling. The nice thing is the acid doesn't seem to continually burn. It does its initial burn, but it just seems to either, does not contain, it doesn't have it has high damage, low potency. So in other words, it only lasts the one round. Sometimes you might get them and they're not as damaging, but they continue to do damage over time. This one is just an instant acid burn, and that's it. Which has now burnt some of your fur in your body. And your cloak still remained closed. So,
Does he smell bad?
The acid's a very sulfury smelling acid. So,
could I somehow get the message to the bard to see if maybe he could heal him from here? I don't have the range for it, and I'm still being stealthy.
At this point, the bard can run out because they're currently, you've got this combat is actually coming to an end, but there isn't. You don't think.
I'm actually going to do a hold sign to them.
Yep.
Because I don't know if this thing is still transmitting or anything.
There's nothing left to transmit at this point.
Okay, so it's all gone.
Yeah, it blew up. It's like shrapnel and bits and pieces. Okay. So yes.
Then never mind.
Yeah. But that was a good point. It's like, everyone comes out. I see you now. But at that point, he does believe that they are... he's getting more information on these Seekers now. He does believe that whatever type of gems in their chest, they are immune to that type of damage or related types of damages.
All right.
He also has heard of certain types that do not have a glowing gem, but they have a solid chunk of adamantium or star metal in their chest. Those ones are pretty much impervious to physical attacks.
weird since adamantium is supposed to be immune to critical hits, but good to
That
know.
and the shards they launch from their gauntlets can impale and pierce armor quite easily.
It's special.
But they're This is definitely against council business. These are usually the guardians of the council. Meaning they would be sent after villains, not us. I hope. Because he's now looking at the group of you guys.
So,
With the
but that
exception of the fact that he
stigma on
mentioned-
them was bad. So did someone steal them from the council and make them do bad, or is the council like gone rogue?
At this point, he just woke up a day ago, so it's a few days. He's a few days old now, but he has not had any spot to connect to the soul net to update himself. We mentioned this before. The soul web, or this, the kind of the connection, the astral plane element that connects.
Who connected to the soul net? Will they get information on you back, or is this a one-way transfer?
Oh, I am not skilled enough to give you an answer on that.
Okay.
Stop trying to connect to the soul net then.
Oh. Meanwhile, you just notice, if you look through his eyes right now, he's got that little spiral thing going on, trying connecting. And you actually see him kind of stop it now. Oh, of course. Oops. And also, they do seem to blow up a good 10-foot blast radius.
Yeah. Thank you. We could have used that information.
It's coming back to me. Some of my combat tactic training is
coming back to me.
That means I must have experienced them before in my past. Interesting.
You're a bad guy.
On a scale of 1 to fuck our lives, how fucked are we with the next two?
Well, if he's right, again, with the comment that he thinks he recognizes that as maybe a criminal organization, which is another bit of information that technically is not part of his general training, but it seems to be a past memory. He does believe there is an organization led by the Lady of the Night.
The what?
It's a criminal organization of information gathering and other things. At that point, Alphonse is just now looking in the distance as he's just trying to figure out where. He really thinks he is in serious need of updating himself, as he does feel that there may have been packages of information purposely left inside of his head, but he has no proper way of accessing them until he is exposed to certain types of stimuli.
It's good to know.
But the Lady of the Night goes by different names. But as far as he knows, she is part of a large criminal organization that specializes in information gathering, spies, assassination, and a lot of dirty-handed stuff. Usually under the table, it would make sense if these were sent from her, if this is a council world. But that would also mean that whoever's paying the bill is very rich. Also, you guys have about 10 minutes or so before the other guys catch up. What do you wish to do? You've got 2 other seekers out there. They do look intimidating.
Is the sword still vibrating? Is they still tracking?
Nope. That sword's no longer vibrating.
Okay,
Apparently, after the first impact, it stopped vibrating.
I say we get the fuck out of here.
I concur. I say there's nothing we can do now,
Yep.
and we should just,
Sprint, keep moving.
continue towards our objective.
You got it.
Shoe shopping.
At this point, I would like to point out, you did notice the crystal that did do the vibrating was a mechanism inside your blade. You chose not to do anything about it at the time because you didn't know if it may damage your blade. I'm not saying it won't damage your blade, but you are aware of what part is being tracked inside that hilt of yours, thanks to Lily pointing it out way back when she did it at Arcane.
What up?
But you chose not to take it out at the time.
I still don't know enough about the sword to take it out.
Yeah.
If I take it out and it stops working, then I'm swordless.
You put it back in.
Well, I could give you my sword. I have a short sword here if you... No, I'm just letting you know you are aware of what's being tracked. Yes, you aren't aware of how to properly take it out, but
and
Alphonse is a
for
good
all
boy.
of those who's not inside Wind's head, he's kind of picking up this star copper persona.
that's
He likes the idea.
he likes the idea.
I
I'm a
noticed
star
he
cop.
likes the idea. Wind likes the idea of being a star cop as much as I like the idea of having a bunch of new pets. I'm gonna have a pet specter. Me and Sword Ghost are gonna be like this. Don't get jealous, Alphonse. You are forever and always my favorite.
Alrighty. You guys continue to move on. The best you can guess maybe is whatever triangulated or whatever triangulation or whatever that's being used by the sword isn't currently being used by the seekers. The other two seekers out there are probably tracking, but currently they're not tracking the sword. They're just doing regular tracking as far as you know.
Oh, so we should maybe
That certain spell that was being mentioned,
Can I do it now?
it would be perfect now that they're not physically tracking him by the sword anymore.
Okay, everybody gather around. We're gonna do pass without a trace, which makes special things happen.
I like special things.
Basically, it allows you guys to not leave a track and to basically pass without a trace.
Yeah, it does a whole bunch of things. Like, it lasts an hour,
Yep.
by the way.
Which is good. If you think about an hour, that's
Before she
over
casts
2
that
miles.
spell, I'm gonna create tracks leading the other direction.
Got you. So you guys are heading east.
Right.
You head west, you actually run into them. So ideally, you want to head south or north.
I mean south. I'm
South?
going south.
You got it. So you lead track south, then you quickly do your best to hop through trees to get back. And she does the pass without trace.
Right.
Brilliant combination there, guys. Very good. So that will start leading them in the wrong direction. You continue to go. You push through the night, even though you may feel tired. Kavina and Bosco will be the only ones, but Bosco hasn't taken his tea yet. So Bosco says that he has a hard time sleeping without it. So ironically, it's working in his favor.
It's the bard that was sleeping. It was
Yeah.
me and the bard.
Oh, is you in the bard? Oh, not Bosco?
Bosco was sleeping.
That was it. Bosco sleeping? Okay, so
Not sleeping.
Pardon? No.
Bosco
Bard-
was waiting up with me.
Bosco was part of the first watch.
No, so he is.
Me and the bard were sleeping.
Yeah. That's it. So yeah, you're the bard. Yep. So
That's why Bosco goes on first watch, because once he has his tea, he's not good to watch it.
yeah. So he's kind of a little on edge, no, but as you guys continue moving, and then you get to an open clearing. Rolling hills. It looks very picturesque, but all the thieves realize there's absolutely nothing to hide behind. It's just open plains, rolling hills, and a few stones once in a while.
If I roll another nat 20,
Oh
can I
yeah,
become-
whew, you know, a little group of pebbles.
Can I become the stone?
You
You
become
roll
this
that 20 and you hold pebbles in front of your face and you're hidden.
I can't see you, so I'm hidden. What? That child logic. You can't see me. Okay. You also notice what looks like smoke in the distance from your Outlander bullshit and all that stuff. It's a campfire that's just being doused. As you see, as you leave the woods, you start to get to some rolling hills and dales. You can see the mountains. Now, these mountains, we're talking like the Rockies, giant, huge, aged mountains off in the horizon now is what you guys can clearly see. And as you're approaching, you are getting close to the road where you see the smoke, and you see a bunch of wagons.
How far is the dwarven village we're heading to from here?
You're estimating still another day or so away, as you're now, as we bring up the map again.
Also, can I take like a mental picture of the mountain so I can like sketch it later?
Yep. Oh, definitely. You can do that. And
Are we making another mosaic, or is this becoming part of the Hot Goblin one?
I'm gonna sketch it out and see if I can do a mosaic with it.
You got it.
We're
Might
gonna make so
become like
much
an art
money off your mosaics,
Right.
dude.
All
We're
right.
gonna buy so many.
If you
dwarf
take a
shields.
look at the map, I'm going to share it again for you guys. It might cause a little bit of a stream delay. I've moved the 1-5, which represents you guys, to whereabouts you guys where you are. The Dwarven Road is just to the south. The wagons that I'm describing it looks like they are on a small path that's too small to be put on this map. That path is coming from a northerly spot in the trees and working its way down south, most likely connecting with the Dwarven roads. There are 4 wagons. 2 of the wagons have literally got nothing but giant cords of wood that have been chopped down from the tree. These wagons don't look like regular human wagons, mind you. These wagons seem to be heavy-duty, very square in design. The wheels are massive and strong with suspension. A lot of mechanical parts seem to help. You know that little wood? Like if you, they seem to have a bit of bowed. What you normally have is bowed wood to create a spring leaf to allow for shock, like for kind of a leaf spring effectively on a wagon to stop the impact as it bounces a little bit, like shocks. But it's a bowed piece of wood that's usually in there. They've actually got what looks like metal that's slightly bowed and put into that area. And you also notice it's got metal parts on it, a couple of hooded lanterns hanging off of it, and they seem to be big, heavy-haired oxes that are pulling these wagons. And as you start to get a little closer, you notice the average height of the people are 4 foot to 5 foot, stocky, thick-bearded individuals with helms, as you see a whole bunch of dwarfs that look like they've grabbed a whole bunch of wood and are heading back onto the road up ahead. They're putting out what looks like a camp. Basically, they're putting out a campfire and all that. They're not hiding themselves. Like, they're not quite, the campfire was just a regular campfire. There is a good 24 over almost 30 dwarfs that you can make out in amongst 6 or 7 oxen and about 4 large wagons. 2 of those large wagons are just full of wood, and they are literally like almost twice as wide as a regular wagon, and like they're almost like a double-decker bus in size, these huge wagons full of wood. And then there's another 2 wagons in front that are almost the same, but they look like almost a house on wheels. Square, they've got windows on the side of them, but they're narrow windows, so they're strategic and not artsy. And you notice that there is on the top of that one a ballista, which is like the gigantic crossbow. There's an actual ballista mount, and there's a dwarf sitting in a little chair with cranks for the ballista mount and a pair of goggles on.
Aww.
As he's just watching. The 2 wagons that look like little houses both have a ballista system on them, and one of them at the front actually has a ballista system that has a couple of those curved pieces of metal, and it's got a giant round piece of metal in front of it that seems to have little pieces of wire inside of that metal in front of him, stuck on the ballista. And that one is a box where the ballista bolts are supposed to come out of, and there's a whole bunch of little holes all inside that box.
So, of what we know of dwarfs, do they typically take kindly to outsiders?
Not as
Or
long
if
as
we-
they're not an elf.
How elfish do I look? Can we put a hat on the other
Well,
2?
there's no war or blood feud with elves, but dwarfs do like chopping down trees a lot and making big fires and burning forges and smelting steel
elves
and
don't like
open-faced mining.
Around.
So
killing the trees.
and open-faced mining if need be and all that kind of stuff. So you can understand why certain elves may not like that. That's more of the thing.
How does Suela feel about dwarfs?
No, she prefers dwarves to humans.
Okay, that's good to
So,
know. I'm
guys
debating
wanna try
whether
and
we
get
should
together with
approach
these
these guys or hide.
Oh, sorry. You guys were both speaking at the same time, Wind and Lily.
I'm gonna suggest that we actually hitch a ride with them.
Okay,
We
so
pay them, I think 1 diamond piece. They might even let us hide in their carts.
that would be nice. I feel like that's good.
So
Do you
why
think
don't
they'd
you
like
guys
to
let me
hide
approach them since I'm non-elvish?
I'm mostly non-elfish. Maybe you should take the bard.
I have
Harold,
pointy ears.
I can take my hair down, like it's in a braid and stuff. I can take
Long
it down and
hair,
like
I wear it down.
you know your
down.
armor is probably very elven styled. I'm just going to put it out there. You got the little leaf
Mine
pattern.
not.
No, I'm talking about Kavina. I mean, we were talking about her armor. Her armor probably has a nice elven feel to it.
My bow has the like
The leaf pad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Harold, this is where he can shine. I can be your mouthpiece. I speak Dwarven fluently, and I am familiar with their customs. I could get us all right, most likely.
I'm gonna approach with Harold.
Alrighty. You see the dwarf's just working, and then you see one beardless dwarf. Then you recognize he's got a big bulby nose. He's got a set of goggles on, yet he's got 2 or 3 little lenses that he can slap in front of. And he is about 3 foot and change, and he's got axle grease all over his face and around his neck and all that kind of stuff. As he kind of just immediately takes an interest to you, Wind. He just drops what he's working on. He's got a little wrench in his hand, and he comes waddling up to you. You see the other 2 dwarfs, one of them, the shield and giant spear kind of one has, the other has like an axe and a short. They're going defensive, but the little gnome is just running up to you. Oh, wow. I've not seen this before. Oh, hello. Harold just pauses. Hello, shh. What are you? At this point, you see one of the dwarfs kind of just gestures and, Another dwarf kind of looks, now word's going around, there's some people. Basically, there's some people here, so the dwarfs are now reacting to this. They don't seem to be threatened, and they also notice there's other people in the background here, but the gnome's just looking up. Are you a werebeast? Are you a were-tiger?
No. I'm a tabaxi.
Are you a tiger were? That means you were a tiger first, and then you transformed to human. Whereas a were-tiger is a human that transforms into a tiger. Kind of pushes his goggles back a bit and adjusts one of his look. Oh, he pulls up some of these lenses. Oh, and his eyes look like, hey, Ricky, I think we're going for beer after this. I don't know if you guys know Trailer Park Boys. But yeah, he's effectively he's trying to analyzing. This has all happened. It has happened all night. Rip Rezzy, sorry. Yeah, so he's like totally curious about you. You said tabaxi, and he's like, a what? Is that your name, or is that what you are?
No, my name is Wind. I'm a tabaxi.
Oh, he goes to say his name. He tells you that his name is, and he proudly announces his name. Now, his name does start with Biggins. Biggins is part of his name, but he also gives the birthplace, his first invention, and the mountain that he calls home in that name. You remembered that Morgan had made the comment that overwritten stuff on the side was gnomish? When he just announced himself with a 14-sentence paragraph as his name, which he just rhymed right off. And at this point, Harold's like, I think you got this. He give you his full name. That's impressive.
Is it all right if I call you Biggins?
Biggins it is! A lot of people call me Biggins, or they call me Gears. You know why they call me Gears?
Because you're good with gears?
Yes! Oh, man, you are smart as well! Awesome! Are those your friends? Do they need a
They're
ride?
my friends. We were wondering where you were headed.
Oh, we're heading back to town.
Years.
We're going to Drogan Anuk.
That's the fort, right?
That's the dwarven settlement. That's the big place to go.
I thought Dalduke was the town and Drogan Anuk was the fort.
Drogan Anuk is the giant dwarven town. Dalduke is just a small little, kind of outside, small little town.
Oh, all right. Well, is
The
there good
fort,
shopping?
fort. We're not going to the dwarven fort. We don't have any business there.
Is there good shopping at Drogan Anuk?
Shopping.
Ask them if they got shoes.
Shh. Talking here, people.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because the dwarven clan I am are woodworkers. And the last wagon has got all their shop stuff. And they do a lot of wood and leather working. So they've also got really good riding boots because they make some really good heels. And it's sometimes hard because, you don't need heels unless you're really riding a horse with stirrups, right? And they're dwarfs. What do they know about stirrups? No offense to them.
Oh, I need heels.
I mean, I love creating stirrups for any type of animal that is possible to be ridden. And even ones that aren't possible to be ridden in case they can be ridden in the future. I have cornered the market on stirrups.
Nice. That's impressive.
Especially in the Dwarven settlement, no one else is selling them.
Do you think we could catch a ride?
Well, I think that would be not a problem at all. They owe me because, I'm Gears, and their wagon, it needs a lot of work. I'm just saying. At this point, Pi is just peering up past Sheila Bobby as he's kind of interested in what's going on. His nose starts going. He's got this look.
I'm going to ask him if he happens to have any cookies.
Cookies? Bleh. No good for your teeth, cookies are.
Our little trash panda friend doesn't care about his teeth. He just likes cookies.
Trash Panda? That's an interesting name.
Hmm.
How did you come by it?
It's affectionate. It's an affectionate thing. He's our...
At this point, the dwarfs just pause, and you see one guy say something in Dwarven. Anyone speak Dwarven?
I don't.
Doesn't Harold?
Yeah, I know he does. It's like, yep.
I don't think I do.
At that point, the gnome starts talking back, but, you got the Dwarven. He's got very Nordic, heavy-sounding, kind of tough-sounding dwarf. Then the gnome says it, and it's almost like a wee little Irishman. Well, yeah, but in Dwarven, right? And he's going on about that, and the dwarf kind of puts his hands on his hips, looks over at Kavina, kind of looks at all the trees and the stuff he's cut down.
What's going on here? And he's like, I'll say in common.
Yeah.
Oh, she's good. She's good.
She cool.
She's cool.
Yes! Fine. You guys will be in the back wagon there. And also, if we come under attack, you'll be responsible for being able to defend us as well. Understood?
I think I can handle that.
Cool. All the dwarfs are staring, by the way. Like, well, they are more professional about it. But
I think I'm aware of this. At this point.
You're back to your usual stares again. That the reason you like to stay in the forest with the elves now, they kind of get used to you. You come out in public. This happens a lot.
Right.
Yep. So the dwarfs just allow you on back, and if you come into the back area, there is limited selection, but they're heading to a market. So if you follow them all the way, this wagon will end up being in a giant marketplace where everyone brings their wares.
That sounds exactly like the ladies I exactly want.
What was that?
That sounds exactly what the ladies that I'm with exactly want.
Can we sell my mosaic there?
Ooh, do you show your mosaic to the gnome or to?
I'm gonna show it to him and be like, "Look what I made."
Who do you show it to?
The gnome.
His eyes go wide. Look at that gemcraft. You are an artist of great skill.
Thanks.
The gnome's face is just like in awe. He loves gems, he loves shinies, and this is everything, and it makes a picture.
And I'm gonna point out that it has 2 diamond pieces for the eyes.
Oh my gosh. Do you work for royalty? I think that the Dwarven King would probably love your work. You could probably get great requisitions from him. It's amazing work. See one of the dwarves look over. Yeah, it's fancy. Good though. Yeah, it's good.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, the dwarf, yeah, fancy. Yeah. Not practical. No, not practical. If it was on a shield crest, that would probably be cool.
She works with different mediums.
So the dwarfs let you on. You see some of the female dwarfs. They don't have beards and mustaches.
Oh,
let you know.
Well, that's disappointing.
I know. But they seem to be. They let the men go out, chop down the trees, go kill the things. They do all the financial matters, make sure things are in order, and look after the more important stuff. Let the guys go out and play while they do the work. So if you want to stuff, they do have not that much stuff available. They got lots of shoes, and they've also got something very odd with their woodworking. They've also got shoes that have been carved out of wood. They call them
Bugs?
cogs. They're dwarfs, but they're wooden shoes.
I'm gonna ask if they have anything that might have restorative properties.
Oatmeal? We got oatmeal. Oatmeal pie.
Oatmeal cookies?
You know, like healers or potions or anything like
Ooh,
that.
one of the ladies' oatmeal cookies, of course. They're good for plugging holes in boats or eating. Just because we're a dwarf doesn't mean we like to not sail, even though we have no access to water, but it can
I'll
work.
let Pi be the judge of how good the cookies are before
I'm actually having this face not because I was concerned that dwarves might like to sail, but because their cookies could plug a hole.
All right, at this point, they just pause. Oh, we still got some oatmeal from from last night. You know, goes over to a pot. You see there's a wooden spoon, and it's like it hasn't shifted. The handle is still up in it. And you see them kind of strain and wiggle the spoon free. And then they get their good oatmeal cutting knife, and they cut off a wedge of oatmeal for you guys.
I'd be
I'll give it
rude.
to Pi.
you.
By the way, it is very thick, solid oatmeal that seems to have some dried fruit mixed in amongst it.
I'm gonna
It's-
give it to Pi. A little
Pi?
What
bit.
does Pi do?
Pie
I
goes...
tell Pi to eat it.
He's like the Mikey now, isn't he? He just kind of...
Okay, it's good.
He liked it. I'm gonna say, may I please have another?
Sure, the oatmeal is almost like brie cheese, served with a fine,
Oh.
thick crust.
Oh,
The oatmeal's got a crust of hardness to it, and then the inside's
agree.
slightly gooey oatmeal coming out.
So it's like a cookie that's not cooked all the way.
It's like a
Gotta
lava
be out-
cake.
It's like a lava cake. No, that lava cakes are cool, so this can't be that. Just picture you've just been served oatmeal that has a crust like a bran muffin, yet on the inside it's still got some gooey oatmeal, which is now cold, mixed with dried fruit.
It's like they burnt it but didn't cook it all the way through.
But it's pretty
I'll
thick
eat
and
one.
congealing the inside oatmeal. There's no runny excess water at all in it.
I will eat it, but I'm not like I'm gonna try to hide my face of disgust the entire time.
I'm enjoying it. I think
Despite-
it's delightful.
Despite its looks, it is slightly sweet, meaning sugar or something is in there, oatmeal, and then you've got bits of cranberry and raisin inside as well.
Are there bits of nuts?
And the yes, there probably would be nuts as well.
Does it heal me any?
No, it doesn't, but it makes you feel good in the stomach.
Do you need a heal? I thought the bard was
I
supposed
have
to heal you.
14 points of I have 14 points of health. right
Okay, here's what I'll do. I have another spell. It's not second level because it did pass without a trace.
Yeah.
I will give you another cure wounds.
And the bard can throw yes a couple of his as well.
So
That would have been en route. The bard would have been, praising your actions and all that kind of stuff. I do apologize.
Oh, you're up here. Here you go. How many did I give you? Maps, get out of my way, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. 6.
That's good.
Do you need any more?
I'm at 20 health points now. Out of my 44.
Yeah, the enemies are actually starting to hurt now, aren't they?
Wait, I have more health than you?
Yeah, I didn't roll well. You remember you got that solid 2 8s?
Yes, I did. Well, it's good because I might need some extra health in the future when my new friend possesses me. And
That's
makes
all
me
he's
get-
got for his heals. Oh no, he's got one more. He's got one more, and then he's out of his first level spells.
Is this trip gonna rest us up any in this carriage?
There we go.
Is that how it's gonna work? Are we gonna be able to sleep and get a full
Yes,
rest?
you'll be able to get a ride now and actually have a safe ride. If the Seekers approach, well, you've got a lot of people now around you, but you may have led them astray nicely with that little heading south. The irony being that you yourselves now are heading south to the main road.
So if we did a full rest, will you be able to heal all the way?
Yeah.
Or do
Yeah.
so you're
You
good
should
now?
have enough to get one more bit, and you should get some of your dice back. At this point, though, you guys are now on a wagon, and we'll be leading to next week is in the air, I think, for Lily.
What
Do you know?
is next week? Hold on. Next week
Yeah.
is the 17th.
Give me a second,
I
yeah.
think that's the next 2 weeks I'm gonna be off.
And I'm off next week.
All right, so both of you are off next week. So that was right. Over half the party will be on, so we will state that next week there will be no game. we will maybe run some reruns, play some of the episodes again like I did last time, leave that up for people to see, or I might just do some Final Fantasy because I'm addicted.
Yes. Oh my God, Choco Bros. I love me.
Again, I want to thank you all. I hope you enjoyed. As more as that's going
Happy
on.
Mario Day.
All right.
It's me.
And thank you very much, everyone. Have a great night. And I don't know when I'll be on next. I think Monday. I should be on Monday, and I'm still trying to get my schedule together. And because I want to fit Dragon Age into my schedule, which I'm not too sure because I'm obsessed with Final Fantasy right now.
Yeah,
so
pretty much that's all you're gonna play. Hey, you can get in. Oh no, you're on PC. You can't play Comrades with us because it's not cross-platform.
It's not. Oh man, if they made a cross-platform, that would be cool. That would be. How is that? I'll have to watch that if you do that in your channel. Or is that what you had the Sephiroth for?
It's pretty fun. I would get to past chapter 3 and watch Kingsglaive before you do it. But honestly, I would beat the game first.
Oh, by the way, I've already got the link to Kingsglaive, and I'm going to be watching that hopefully maybe tomorrow during the afternoon because I'm psyched to see it because a lot of people have talked about it in my channel when I was streaming and that. So
yeah, I would beat the game first. I mean, like, because you could beat the game and then go back and do all the sidesy stuff. Like, I think I beat the game at level 50 or 54, and it was pretty easy.
Yeah. All right, then, guys, thank you very much, and I hope everyone has a great night.
Good night, everybody.
Take care.